Hey everyone, it's Amy, and in today's video we will be making this super pretty and elegant blueberry lemon cake. It has 5 layers and it's super delicious. You guys must try it out. So first I'm placing a sifter over a large bowl, and to that I'm adding a cup of cake flour and half a cup of all-purpose flour. The cake flour just makes it so much lighter and airy and is a much better texture, but you can do all-purpose flour. So now I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And just whisk that up, and that's it for your dry ingredients. Now we're going to work on our wet ingredients. So you want to beat half a cup of unsalted butter that is softened at room temperature. Then you want to add half a cup of white granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Now beat that in until it is nice and combined. Now we're going to be adding 2 eggs, one at a time, and mixing in between each addition. So here goes the second egg, along with a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now mix that in, and this is what it should look like. Now to 3/4 of a cup of blueberries, we're going to be adding a tablespoon of the dry ingredients. You just want to toss these in the flour so that the blueberries will not sink to the bottom of the cake when they're baking in the oven. Now we're going to be adding the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So I'm doing this half at a time, and I'm going to mix this in first. And then add half a cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, there's a really easy way to make it. You just want to add half a cup of milk into a pitcher or a bowl, and to that you're going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice, or you could do white vinegar, and it should become nice and curdled like this after letting it rest for a few minutes. So after mixing that buttermilk in, I'm going to be adding the rest of the dry ingredients. And while there are still streaks of flour, I'm going to be adding those blueberries in as well, and just folding that in. And now I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and about a teaspoon of lemon zest. And again, just fold that through, and this is it for your lemon blueberry batter. And now I'm just using 5 of these mini cake layers that I got from Wilton. You can do a 9-inch cake pan if you'd prefer to do that instead. So I'm just greasing these very nicely so that the cake does not stick. Now I'm just going to evenly distribute the batter among these 5 cake pans. And then I'm just going to be using an offset spatula to just spread this out evenly. It is a bit of a thick cake batter, so using your spatula to spread these out will help it bake a lot more evenly. Now you want to bake these at 350 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Now you want to let those completely cool on a cooling rack. While this is happening, we can move on to the blueberry buttercream. So into a small saucepan, you want to add a cup of fresh blueberries, along with half a cup of water. Now you want to turn on the heat to medium, and you just want to occasionally stir this so that it doesn't burn. Once it starts simmering, you want to let this continue to simmer for about 10 to 12 minutes. Until it becomes very thick and a dark, rich purple color. Remember to occasionally stir this, and it should look something like this in the end. It's going to be very thick and gooey and purple, and you want to pour this over a strainer so that the blueberry skins do not get into your buttercream. And this is what it should look like. Now we're going to start off with our basic buttercream recipe. Here I have 2 sticks of softened unsalted butter that I'm going to beat on high speed until it becomes very light and creamy. And I'm going to be adding 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. I'm just adding mine a little at a time so it doesn't go flying everywhere. So here goes the next addition. And now I'm going to be adding 3 tablespoons of that blueberry puree we made. And I absolutely love this because it gives a natural flavor and a natural kind of food coloring, I guess. It gives a really pretty purple color to your buttercream. And I decided to add another tablespoon just to get more blueberry flavor into the frosting. And don't forget to scrape down the sides so that there are no clumps of butter or sugar in your buttercream because you want it to be nice and smooth. So just beat that on high speed. And once your cakes are completely cooled, I just place mine onto a plate, which is on a rotating cake stand. Pipe some of that buttercream on there, and using an offset spatula, you just want to smooth this out evenly. And you just want to repeat this process for all of your cake layers. You can also choose to frost the sides of the cake, but I kind of like the natural look of it with all the sides left open, but it's totally up to you. Now we're going to be adding the decorations, so I just added some blueberries right on top. And then I zested some more of that lemon peel for some added decoration as well. And I also drizzled on some of the leftover blueberry puree. I feel like this kind of ruined the look, but I just went with it. You can do this if you want to, or you don't have to, whatever you'd like. And this is the finished blueberry lemon cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone!